Hey everyone, how you doing? So the other day, whenever I did my garage sale haul, I mentioned that I also went to the auction. And I go to the auction almost every Saturday. So my Saturdays are like this. I typically get up around 6:30 a.m., out the door, not much longer after that, by quarter to 7. I'm usually hitting my first garage sale right around 7, those early ones. And then I'm going from 7 up until about 10 o'clock, garage sales, after garage sales. And right about 10 is when I head over to the auction. The auction actually starts at 10. But typically, the first half an hour to 45 minutes of the auction, they're doing stuff outside, and the stuff that's outside of the warehouse of their warehouse is typically bigger machinery type equipment, and that's the type of stuff I don't deal with. I don't sell. A lot of washing machines, refrigerators, big heavy restaurant equipment or printing material, tanks, all kinds of like bigger, heavier industrial type equipment that I really don't deal with. It still sells, but I don't mess with that stuff. And then he moves inside to the smaller stuff that typically I bid on. And that typically starts around 10:45. So I head over there around 10, get there around 10:30 or so, and I'm ready to go. I get my number, and I'm good. Now, what's nice also is the day before the auction, they let you come and preview. So you can go there. You can print out the list online, the manifest. It has all the stuff. You go to the auction on Friday. They're open. They have, I think it's like 9 to 5 on Friday. You can go at any time during those hours and preview everything. And you can take as much time as you want. So I take my phone and I look at all the things that I want to buy, and I research everything that I know has value or that I think may have value. And that's small enough because I typically try not to buy anything bigger than a shoebox. I try and stay around that size, and nothing super heavy. So that's a big advantage versus garage sales. Garage sales, whenever you're going, you typically don't whip out your phone at every garage sale and start looking up every item as you go along. So you just have to take a little bit more of a risk. However, at garage sales, you buy things cheaper. At the auction, you're typically going to pay more because a lot of people are doing what I do. They go in a preview. They're going to know the value of things, just like I am. And they bring some money. So these people that come are like me. Some of them have even bigger pockets than me, and sometimes I do get outbid. But that's just how it goes. So anyway, sometimes you do pay more for things. However, you know the value because you already looked it up the day before. So that's a big advantage versus garage sales. And then even though you do typically pay for more for items at the auction, you can still get some awesome bargains. I've gotten some amazing bargains there before where I'm just kind of, I can't believe it. Like, I'll do the research on it the day before and I'm like, whoa, this item's great. I plan on bidding up to $150 for this item. And then I get to the auction and the bidding starts, and all of a sudden, the next thing I know, I got the item for like $15-20, and I'm just so elated. I'm like, whoa, wow, I can't believe it. So that happens as well, and this past Saturday was no exception. So I'm gonna show you some of that. So anyway, without any further ado, I wanted to show you what I got this past Saturday at the auction. I'm gonna show you the better bargains first, and then I'm gonna get into the bigger. The last couple items I got, I paid up a lot for. So first thing I got actually 20 cases of these Sony high 8mm video cassettes. They all come in these cases, and there's 10 in a case. So I looked them up online the day before. A box like this goes for about $50 on eBay, and I can ship it medium mail. So it'll cost me around $3-4 to ship. If I get $50 for it, I bought them for $15 a piece. A profit probably around $20 to $25 per box, and they are selling at a pretty good rate. So couldn't pass these up. For $15, it was a pretty good deal. And things like this, especially new, if they're 8mm VHS, old tapes like this, if they're new, go after them. If you can get them at a good price, they're definitely going to sell. All right. And then, let's see, the next thing I got was, this was a pretty good deal. I got these AC Delco brake rotors. I got 7 boxes of these. It came in a lot of 7. Pretty heavy. This thing probably weighs about, oh gosh, I don't know, 8 or 9 pounds. But it's a brake rotor. I got 7 of these for $40. I did look them up. One of them goes for about $70. So that was an easy buy. It's like I got 7 of these for $40. One of them I already looked up, goes for $70. So all I have to do is sell one and get all my money back, and the rest are just pure profit. So that was a really good bargain. I was really surprised that these went for that cheap. All right, and let's see what else I got. Oh, this is really cool. Just by coincidence, I was able to get at the auction. So they had a bunch of camera parts there, and they had a camera bag, and it just happened to be this really cool Canon camera bag for my DSLR camera, the one that I did the unboxing for, the Rebel SL3. I definitely needed a bag for it, and when I saw this bag there, I was gonna bid up to, I had my number up to $30, and I was buying it for me, but I got it for 15, and it's really cool. I think it's vintage. I don't think this thing is new. It just looks, I don't know, it kind of has like an older 80s or 90s look to it, but it's in really good shape, and it's got really good padding, so this was a no-brainer. This is something I will use for myself. So that was a great deal in my opinion. And then I got a bunch of Ford truck parts and Ford car parts. I say a bunch, it was about 7 boxes. So, and they're all new in the box. I just grabbed a couple boxes to show you an example. Here's this part right here. And it looks like a lamp for either a Ford truck or a Ford car. Not really sure. And one of these parts, one of these boxes I did look up the day before, and one of them goes for $90 on eBay. I got 7 boxes of these, $10 each, so I paid $70. All I have to do is sell that one box for $90, boom, get all my money back. And every other box, the remaining 6 boxes are all profit. So that was a really good buy. Another great bargain. So everything I'm showing you at first here are all the great bargains I got. So yeah, there's that box. Here's another box from that same lot. This is for, it says, it has some writing on it right up here. And it says a new 2016, 2017 van. So maybe that's for a Ford van, I guess. I don't know, I gotta look it up. But again, another great buy. Really happy with that. Before I get into the, one more thing. Actually, 2 more things. So I got this box of miscellaneous electronics, only paid $10 for it. Now this box is full of batteries and chargers. I don't even know what the batteries are for yet. I have no clue. But I did look them up on eBay before I bought them, and one of these chargers goes for about $30. So that was a no-brainer. And there's 4 chargers in here, and these batteries right here, 4 batteries. So 4 batteries, and four of those batteries I showed you, 4 of these chargers that I showed you, and like I said, $10 for the box. One of these goes for $30. Again, no brainer. I sell one of these, get all my money back, everything else is profit. So that was a great buy. And let's see, this fog machine, I couldn't believe nobody bid against me on this. This thing is in such good shape. So it's at, I'm not sure how you pronounce that, Chauvet. It's like a DJ fog machine. This thing is in awesome shape. I mean, it looks barely used. The only thing that looks used on it is there is a little bit of that fog solution in the tubing here, and other than that, it looks barely used at all. So yeah, here's a switch for it, the wiring, the switch for it. A lot of this wire is very, very long. But he started off the bid at 25. Sometimes he'll start off the bid high and then he'll lower it till somebody bids. He got all the way down to $5, and I couldn't believe it. I raised my card and nobody bid against me, and I was dumbfounded, because this fog machine, I can probably get $100 or more for this thing. These go for pretty good money, and it works. I already tested it out. So another great bargain. Got a lot of good bargains at this auction. And now I'm getting into, let's see, I want to make sure I got everything for you. Yep, that covers everything. And now I'm going to get into what I paid up for. I paid a lot of money for these. I got some microscopes, and these are something you would probably see in a lab. So they do a lot at this auction that I go to. They do a lot of government auctions from like sheriff's offices and things like that. And I think that's where this came from. It seems like it came from maybe a forensics lab or something like that. I'm guessing, just judging by the weight and the quality of these microscopes. I've bought microscopes before from this auction, and these are definitely the more heavy duty, expensive, professional type that you see in a lab. I mean, these things are awesome. So bear with me while I pick it up and show you. Man, this thing's heavy. This thing has got to be, I'm guessing, at least 25, 30 pounds. It is heavy. So let me back up and show it to you. The model is Eclipse E400, if you want to look that up. See if that's in focus. There you go. Eclipse E400. And it does work. Plugged them in. I got two of these, and I tested them out. I looked them up on Friday before I got there. Looked them up, plugged them in, tested them out. Everything works good. The lenses are good on them. And here, let me just pick this thing up and show you the full body of it. This thing is definitely professional grade quality in some type of lab. This is too nice to go in a school, unless it's a college, unless maybe it was USF or something. But what's really worth money on these things is are the lenses. I probably won't sell this microscope complete, the whole thing complete itself. I'm probably going to part this thing out. That's what I've done in the past with these lenses, and it's worked out great. These lenses alone, let me move the camera down. These lenses right here can go anywhere from $75 all the way up to $500 a piece, depending on the magnification level and the model number of the lens. They're all Nikon lenses. You know, this is a Nikon microscope, and they're all Nikon OEM lenses. And I ended up, the day before the auction, I looked up one of these. I think it was this one, the 40X one. And this one actually sold recently for $500, this lens alone. That means I paid a couple $100 for each one, and all I have to do is sell one of these lenses for that amount of money, and I'll make my money back for both microscopes. And then everything after that is pure profit. All these other lenses, and this thing right here, I can't remember what you call it, but this device right here, I can take that off and sell that separately. This goes for about $150. So that's what I'll probably do. I'll probably sell all the lenses. These up here go for money as well. I'll take that off. So I'll sell all the lenses. I'll sell this part. I'll sell this thing down here. And then I'll probably sell just the body itself for whatever I can get. And yep, that's it. And like I said, I got two of these. So really, really good buy here. like I said, I did pay up. I typically don't pay that much for items. If you watch any of my other videos, I like to get things as inexpensive as possible. But whenever if you know you're going to make, let's say I make $1,000 on this microscope, I paid a couple hundred for it. Of course you're going to pay up for it. I would have paid even more. I would have paid $500. If you know you're going to make $1,000, would you pay $500? Of course you would. Even with the fees and everything, you're still going to make a good profit, even with fees and shipping and everything else. So absolutely, it's a no-brainer. It just takes a little bit more work. You got to take it apart and do some things, but well worth my time and effort. And great buy there. So that's it. That's what I got at the auction. There were a lot of other things there I wanted. There were some tripods there. These tripods were heavy duty. These things were, you could tell they came from like a news station or some, I don't know, movie production company, whatever. And these things were heavy duty. The way, I mean, you could tell they take those big tripods that take one of those huge cameras. Anyway, there were two of them. They went for $1,200 each. I was I was gonna pay up to like $300-400 a piece for them. Once it got past that, I was out, and then it just went crazy after that. But anyway, and there were some other things there too that I wanted that went for a little bit too much. I didn't bid on. Sometimes you do the research and you see something. Oh, it's worth $200. So I'm gonna bid up to I don't know, $70-80 for it. And you start bidding for it, it goes up to $70-80, and then the bidding just keeps going and going and going. Before you know it, they're going over that $200 mark that I did the research on. I saw they were selling for. It goes over that amount, the bidding, and it's just like, it boggles my mind. It's like, did these people look this item up? Do they realize they can get it cheaper on eBay? Or sometimes I think whenever people are in the action like that, when you're at an auction, sometimes your adrenaline gets to you, and it's happened to me before. You end up paying too much for something. It's because it's very competitive. You're going against somebody, and you feel like you have possession of that item, you want it, and you end up paying too much for it. It's happened to me a couple times. I made that mistake, not anymore. Now I set a number and I stick to it. I know what I want to bid up to, and that's it. No more. You got to leave it at that, and you can't get emotionally attached to the item. So anyway, so that was my auction haul for Saturday. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. If you have any ideas for any other videos you want to see, let me know. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. And I'll be coming out with some more videos this week. I'll talk to y'all soon. Take care.